Good morning, everybody. It is Around the Bases here live at 8:06 a.m. West Studio for the season finale of this great show and the finale to West Radio. So it's bittersweet moment this morning, but you know what? Better way to end off talking all things sports, baseball here on Around the Bases. I am your host, Katie Gallagher. I am joined by Ivan Rodriguez,
and Alex Rodriguez.
Wait.
All right. Actually,
you are no longer Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod. Yep. It's just the Rodriguez show. The Rodriguez rap. All right. Let's just dive into the funny. New Pope announced. New Pope just dropped. It's a White Sox fan. He turned to God to save the team. And well, not even God could save the White Sox. Yeah, when I saw that, I started laughing. Because everybody's brother had to come out. He a White Sox fan. So I guarantee he texted your brother, hey, clear this up right now. Clear it up. From the allegation comes out. I'm a white bro. You can release stuff for
Not even he can say
poor guy is crazy.
The holiest man in the world. Do we think he's a Detroit Lions fan or?
So many.
Who do we think he represents?
But oh yeah, so Leo
is American, first American Pope.
from Chicago.
Go figure.
Everyone. But
he's gotta be.
Bears fan, right?
He's picking the White Sox.
All of Jordan's there's no way you're not a Bulls fan. No way. So
I feel like a Bears fan. Now a White and Bulls. That would make unless he likes White Sox, the Bears are pain and then he picks some basketball team. He picks the
pass.
It took US 69 years to get a not 69 years to get a Chicago quarterback for 4,000 yards.
Apologies to the stream. Apparently there is something echo. I don't what in this. Yeah.
I saw a little meme with the Pope, and he came out to Mo Bamba.
Stop!
Like when he goes to the entrance, it's official.
They said Chicago has produced the Pope and Sosa. Balance has been restored to the universe.
That's crazy.
My mom just texted me saying it sounds really bad.
On the, what is she, on the YouTube or the?
Yeah.
Okay, so YouTube's broken.
Turned up or what? I don't know.
No, makes you fine, yeah.
Let
weird.
me see. Hang on, guys.
Also, with the implication, or I should say, Pope Leo XIV is from Chicago. There is a possibility that he knows who Chief Keef is, and I think
That's very true.
I think that's pretty nice. I think that's pretty cool.
There's a possibility that he's heard Love Sosa before.
That he's heard Love Sosa.
Love
That he knows
Sosa.
what Love Sosa is.
I was telling him while you left. There was a meme where when he comes out to the balcony,
To the-
they throw the song in there,
Okay,
and
I
everyone in
don't
the crowd's like, yeah.
I don't get why people saying there's an echo. I just checked the YouTube and
Are they
there's
trolling
no
us?
echo.
I think she just said it was better now.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah,
better
she
now?
just said it's good now.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? I'm like, are we getting trolled? Is it
You're
because we're
trolled at.
making this is God punishing us for making fun of
His new Pope.
the new pope. Sorry, God. Apologies.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh yeah, thanks. Shout out Mrs. Brandon's mom.
Mrs.
Thank you.
Brandon.
But yeah. Yeah, my favorite meme of everything so far was definitely Chicago gave us a pope and gave us Sosa. Balance has been restored to the universe, and I cackled at that, I won't lie.
That's valid.
I was like, dang. I'm like, of all places he could have been from,
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Chicago.
All places in the US.
Someone said, Oblak, question mark. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Someone said instead of communion, they're going to give Portillos out.
Yeah.
And then someone said that he's going to have where's the communion? It's under the sauce. And he's going to bring deep dish pizza, put a hot dog cart in the Vatican. I was like, stop,
I
bro.
was gonna mention like him being from Chicago implies that a Portos will be built in the Vatican, like
Yeah.
you said. Yeah. That was funny.
Portillos.
Funny memes. Funny
Damn.
memes.
Now I want Portos. This is bad.
That does sound good.
Sound good.
All my best friends work at Portos. They always hook me up, but I never go. Not anymore, at least.
All right, bro, pack it up. We're going to Portos. All right, so
Let's
thank
go.
you so much for tuning in to Around the Bases. We're actually going to leave right now to Portos.
To head out.
Get
No,
some
I'm just
potato
kidding.
balls.
Dude, those are
Don't,
so
Brandon,
good.
don't say that. I didn't get to eat this morning. Now
You ever-
I'm
you ever had them?
hungry, Brandon.
Yeah, potato balls. Yeah.
Look at it.
That's it. JD and I, when we take the trip down to Riverside, I'm making him stop with me at Portos.
Nice.
I'll be like,
You guys going
JD.
today or what?
Yeah, we're
Oh.
going tonight. Tonight, guys. Also, if you want to listen to more baseball tonight, tune in to the Dirtbags versus UCR
At UCR.
at UCR
Very nice. Very nice.
at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Anyways, let's talk baseball. We've talked about the Pope and being a White Sox fan.
Which is relevant to baseball.
Which is relevant.
Mm.
If we offended anybody, we're sorry. It's just jokes. I hope he does well.
All
He
the
seems like
things.
so far like a pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
good Pope.
Yeah, he seems
Very,
like he very
he's a little
much-
progressive, which is good.
He copies a lot of.
He was besties with Pope Francis. So if you like
Francis's
Pope
ideals.
Francis,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
may like this guy. I don't know.
I'm very hopeful for him. So
First American. We didn't even mention it.
we did.
We
mention
did.
In the beginning, you guys said it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear
We've been
it.
talking about that the entire like 10
No,
minutes.
We've
like, I
been
know you were
mentioning
talking
he's
about the
from
Pope.
Chicago.
Yeah, but
and
like,
I did
I didn't
say
hear,
he
like,
was
the
the
word
first.
American.
I
like,
did
you
say
know what
he
I
was
mean?
the
Like,
first American Pope.
My bad,
I
my bad.
just want to clear the air on that.
All right.
For anyone else who missed it.
Wanted to clear the air, just make sure.
He said,
everyone
just making
knows.
sure. He said, eagle screeching gun noises. What is a kilometer, bro? Alex right now. All right, let's dive in. Rafael Devers was talking to reporters after the Red Sox game. This is about his decision not to play first base after one of his teammates broke his leg. Quote, "Here in the clubhouse, thankfully, the relationship that I have with my teammates is great. I don't understand some of the decisions that the GM makes. Next thing you know, someone in the outfield gets hurt and they want me to play in the outfield." End quote. Blake Harris kind of summed it up great, saying, "Dude is being asked to play first base because his teammate broke every bone in his leg, and he's acting like the Red Sox are asking him to join the military or something." I just think he's being
Overtly.
he already had this issue when it came to third base with Bregman coming on the team and him butting heads with the GM and the administration side of baseball, and was just kind of like, well, no, third base is my spot, but dude,
Well, I think that's why he's like even more upset now because it's happened again. So I feel like for him, it feels personal, but at the same time, you're a professional. Like you got to be ready to, pick up wherever you need to pick up, especially if a player is injured like that. You
Yeah.
gotta just kind of step up, you know.
I have to agree with your point of him being like in the same spot because last season being a tried and true third baseman, Bregman coming on, teammate getting injured, I should say. Excuse me. It's kind of like a big shift of I'm comfortable here at third base and I'm gonna hit the
Right.
ball at a whatever 220 rate or whatever, and all of a sudden it's getting switched on his head. Bregman comes into third. I get moved. Okay, so now I'm going outfield, but I always play infield. I have played infield for the past however so many years. I understand Rafi Devers' head. I also understand the GM. He just wants to win the Red Sox. I was about to say White Sox. The Red Sox, as we currently stand, are 20 and 19. They're just above mid, so they need a lot more wins wherever you can get it, wherever you can get those crazy throws to home or to third base to possibly get a runner out. It's
Right.
going to be needed, especially coming up into May, June, July, the super long hot stretch of time. And maybe in Boston. Is it hot in Boston? Either way, it's summer, so it's not that it's not terribly hot in Boston, but you know.
I
do you
know,
think,
never
Brandon?
been.
Yeah, but I mean, $27 million that he's making per year. I mean, that's ridiculous. You should be getting every dollar's worth of your,
It's true.
franchise player. And I have two ways of looking at this. Why does one, he keep vocalizing this to the media that he doesn't want to play because it's just a bad look on him?
Right.
Sounds like Anthony Rendon.
It really does. And then the second part to it is, who's going to be the realist in the dugout and say, dude, you suck at third base. You suck at
Yeah.
Probably
That's
Bregman, low key.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
Someone
Bregman's
needs to
better
tell
than
him.
you.
Like, he's locked in for 10 years. What is he going to do? Demand a trade after 2 years?
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't have
he
that
should just,
pool over there.
someone needs to be real with him.
Someone needs to sit him down and humble him real quick, because Rafi Devers is not the same Rafi Devers like the first maybe 3 years in his career. Now he's just washed, I guess is what all the kids are saying nowadays about players. So,
Kids.
yeah, I don't know. I've always just used to say players suck. But I feel like that might be too harsh, because he doesn't totally suck.
What if it's true?
But
Mm.
he's
Fielding,
just-
he's just awful.
He's just a terrible defender.
Yeah.
I'm
Bregman
like-
leads. Go ahead.
I'm like, you should be lucky that they're even letting you touch the field as a defensive member of the team. But no.
Start and
Yeah.
get minutes.
Yeah, instead you're over here complaining, well, I don't want to play first base. Then sit on the bench, dude.
Then talk to someone like a higher up that can maybe fix that, or talk to the coaches instead of running the social media and like nothing's gonna get fixed with that.
He goes, I don't understand why the GM makes that move. Well, go talk to the GM.
I don't
Question
wanna hear
mark,
about it.
question
I don't
mark.
care.
Like, if you're not agreeing, talk to your coach. If your coach doesn't understand it, then he can go to the GM and be like, why are we making this move?
To show how
Sure.
crucial it is to move around pieces to have a better chance of winning. Bregman leads the Sox in batting average. He's tied for home runs with Abreu. He has the most RBIs at 30. He has the most runs at 28. He has the most OBP at .392. His slugging is up. His OPS is up. His hits are up. His doubles are up. He's leading the Sox in damn near every statistical category when it comes
So
to.
what I'm hearing is
Mhm.
Bregman put the socks on his back.
He's doing a great job, and this is what happens when you incorporate, obviously, a great player like Alex to get in there, and you move pieces around, and it's succeeding in the way that you hoped. And like you said, how much is he worth? 27 million?
27 million per year.
Dude, play outfield. You can look up at the sky and catch a baseball. I promise. I'm sure you've done it hundreds of thousands of times before.
Yeah, they're paying for someone $27 million a year for someone who's giving them a PR nightmare. I know Boston's PR team is just like eye twitching behind a screen right now, like ready. I guarantee you, their PR team wants to strangle Rafi, 'cause why do any of the players always have to voice those kind of opinions, like show that side? Like, if you don't want to play, please don't say that out loud. I'm like, that's how you get your city to hate you
It's a bad look
very
for the
quickly.
team in
It's
general.
a bad look for the team. The team that's signing their name on your check, dude. You gotta choose your battles. This is not one that I think Rafi Devers should have been yapping about to the media.
It's true.
So, in an article published just yesterday on the MLB website, asked if there's a chance he might change his mind. Devers immediately said no. I don't think so, he said. They told me I'm a little hard-headed, and they already asked me to change it once. Really? This time, I don't think I can be as flexible, end quote. So,
Little hard-headed, you said? Little?
really?
When was he
Question
flexible the
mark?
first time?
He wasn't. He was so a little hard-headed, and him saying flexible is funny to me because we did talk about that first time when
Bregman.
they wanted Bregman and him to swap, and he was
Mhm.
just like, no. He was like, I think I said he was like a toddler throwing a tantrum because he didn't get his way. And
See,
so now
and
we're
even
here.
then, I feel like some of us were on the fence about it because they told him that he was going to be there.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we know that Bregman's the better player. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you want your team to win in general, let him have the spot.
No. Apparently not. Apparently not.
And again, I understand Rafi's headspace last season being the absolute must-have at third base, and then
Right.
being changed 2 positions now in just a season. I understand. I do. I really, really do. I've been in your same position as well, but got to be flexible.
Bregman's performing.
Bregman is leading the Sox. In
You want to
so
be
many
able to pick
categories.
your position, Rafi? Play better. End of story.
Nice.
That's
and
it.
simple.
That's it. All right, enough about Rafi Devers throwing a tantrum. Let's do NL West updates, given that everybody's team in here is a part of the NL West somehow.
Yep.
Interesting.
We'll start with the Giants. Brandon, you want to fill us in what's been going on with the Giants?
Yeah, so we just came off a series win against the Cubs, so that's good. But we got a series coming up against the Twins, which could go either way with being an NL Central team. Sometimes they want to perform, sometimes they don't. But then we have a rough stretch with the Diamondbacks, Athletics, sorta again. It depends what day you catch them on. But yeah, it should be an exciting series coming up. I'm more looking forward towards the Diamondback series, and the Padres got the better of us, so that's kind of why we're down and over here in third place while being a 24-win team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but again, it just goes to show the caliber of the NL West.
Mhm.
You can be a 24-win team and be in third place. So yeah, it's rough out here. This is our best year in
Competitive.
years, and we're still in third place.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Technically only a game behind Padres and Dodgers. So, I mean, can't complain there. They're slowly but steady getting up there.
Except for the AL Central, if you have 24 wins. So if the Giants were in any other division, except for the AL Central, which the Tigers have 25 wins, you would be in first place.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, that's
just
right. The Tigers are on a tear right now.
They're 7-3 in the
Yeah.
last 10. It's ridiculous. They've won 4 straight. Their run differential, is 83. So they're going crazy. But yeah, Diamondbacks. They're, like I said at the beginning, right before the season started, scrappy and damn power of friendship, as we saw a few years ago.
That's literally what I have
Yeah,
in
that's
my
what
notes.
that's what you're putting down.
In my notes, I have everything like kind of listed. For the Dodgers, I have like a couple things to talk about. The Giants is blank, but I just put C Brandon for more information. The Padres is blank because I figured we'd discuss that as a group.
Mhm.
And then I have D-backs, FOD, which is the Dodgers kryptonite. I said that last night while watching this game. With my family, all you heard every like 5 minutes while they're all chilling is an F-bomb. Occasionally just, are you kidding me? And then it just cuts to Brandon Fod. And then power of friendship right after it. And then the Rockies have ... They're just bad. That's it.
Rockies are wow.
But yeah, the Diamondbacks.
Sneaky good. At least when they really, really want to be.
And put together the power of friendship and just go bye-bye. Knock down the first in the NL West. The Diamondbacks of all teams.
I
I'm
mean,
getting
that's-
flashbacks.
That's a good look for them. I mean, they're barely sitting above 500, but they're able to take out, the Dodgers,
The
obviously
juggernaut, yeah.
representing the top dog in the league right now. But that just kind of gives them hope, I guess, because when you're kind of right above that 500 spot, you're thinking, okay, are we going to be a good team or are we going to be a bad team? Because we're right in the middle right now.
Yeah.
But when you beat someone like the Dodgers or even the Padres or Giants at this point, it kind of boosts up your confidence, hoping that if you can beat the Dodgers, you can beat anyone else in between. So it's a good look for the Diamondbacks so far.
Not only that, to anchor off of your point, it is a great look because they're just sitting above 500, but they just came off of 2 series against the Mets and the Phillies.
Yeah.
Two
That's true.
really juggernaut teams. They're going against the Giants very soon coming up. They have another one with the Rockies, another one against the Dodgers. They don't see a quote unquote not good or like bad team until late May.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, Pirates, Nats is what their series is looking up like. So for them being just above 500 in this extremely competitive NL West
That's not bad.
says a lot about them. They're playing great teams and they're still
Right. They're competing.
they're still competing. So, but yeah, Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
We got what, 3 more games? Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, or is it?
There's- Is it a 4-game?
Tomorrow,
Let me
just
see.
Is it a 4-game streak? or-
today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 4-game series.
So yeah,
So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the Diamondbacks are obviously a sleeper team. We've seen it happen before with the power of friendship to sweep the Dodgers in
It's
the
true.
playoffs.
what?
Flashbacks.
Rangers.
That wasn't real. I'm sorry, that wasn't
That was
real.
not real.
There was no way that should have happened, but it did. I mean, I don't know what to say
Corey
about the
Seager's the
Diamondbacks.
man.
Yes, that's
He
true.
is.
The
I don't know what to say about the Diamondbacks though.
Yeah.
That's
the
it.
Diamondbacks that season remind me of the Nationals World Series run where they
Mm.
just got hot at the right time and just took it all the way
Please
through
don't remind
playoffs.
me of that either.
Juan Soto.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Howie
2019.
Kendrick still haunts my
Howie
nightmares.
Kendrick, man. I have all these guys bobbleheads that ended up doing us dirty like later on in their career.
Dude,
I have Matt
I
Kemp,
have-
Andre Ethier. I'm like,
I genuinely have nightmares still about that home run. I at least once a year wake up, no, in a
Sweating.
sweat, yeah, panicking.
how we know?
My
How we-
therapist has heard a lot about it. No, I'm just kidding. But still, that does haunt me as a Dodger fan. Is that home run? Watching it live from my TV. All right. Should we talk Padres?
Yeah, we'll hit every team in the NL West because I want to say something about the Rockies.
Do you want to say it now? Cause
No.
just say it.
We were talking pre-show, Brandon and I, just right before we went on air. The Rockies are now in the past 29 games. You said
Yeah.
the worst team in league history.
Yeah,
Awful.
That's
I mean, how do you even
ridiculous.
they play.
beat the White
I
Sox right
can't. You know what I can't wait for is the 4th of July when they take on the White Sox.
That's oh.
America's
Give it to me.
America. That's the Super Bowl
I
right
don't want
there.
to celebrate America.
I will be on my grandma's lawn because we celebrate 4th of July every year with my grandma. I will be on my grandma's lawn with a football, listening to that game, and just there's another hit and it's out. And
That's the American way, Ivan.
America's
wait.
pastime on America's birthday.
1-0.
And it's the 2 worst teams in the league tied. They're
Can't
going to
wait.
extra innings. I'm calling it.
0-0,
I was
yeah.
gonna just be like a shootout that goes to extra innings. Like,
It'll be like the best game of the season and
It
end
will be.
1-0.
It will be, yeah.
I think I would genuinely just be in awe and be like, yeah, this is it. This is the game
Man.
that I waited months for. When I saw it on the schedule, I was like, no way.
Whose idea was it to put these 2 teams together on 4th of July?
Whoever it was, you're a genius, and
mean,
I appreciate you.
I feel like it will actually be a good game.
yeah,
There's
somehow
going to be
people are
so
It has
many
to be.
people tuning into this game just to
Bullshit.
see.
They better enjoy it.
Excuse me, I will?
I will be there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Now I want to go see it live. Damn.
You gotta go to.
I mean,
Hold
it'll
on.
probably be cheap.
It's
At
like
this
$2.
point. It'll be the same price as the Angels ticket.
Get in price is a toothpick and a hair.
The get-in
Pretty
price
much.
is free. We just need people to fill the stadium at this
We'll
point.
pay you to come.
Please come. Okay. Padres. Who did they just play?
They just
The
played
Yankees.
the Yankees. Yes.
Who are they
Yankees.
going to play right now?
The Rockies. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday they play a 3-game series.
So there's 3 more wins.
Well, it looks like the Giants are staying in third place, guys.
I don't know. I
What are the Giants?
genuinely, the Rockies may whip something out against the Padres. You never know.
know if that's realistic or not. I don't.
You
We
never
could have
know.
hope.
They could assemble the power of friendship for a single game, guys,
Man.
and take down
6
the Pirates.
wins.
They have 6. Oh my gosh,
Ridiculous. That's
31
crazy.
losses.
That's crazy. So yeah, we were talking pre-show real quick. 29 games through 29 games, the worst team in league history, which
Yeah.
you thought couldn't happen after last season.
The White Sox aren't any better. They're
You-
10 and
they're 10.
28.
They have like 10 wins. Yeah. They have double
That's
digits.
horrible.
They have double digits. Wow.
The Marlins are 14 and 22. Oh, I'm weak. This is so funny. So we are gonna talk about the Rockies. Maybe tired because they're boring. Anyways, the Padres are taking on the Rockies. It's a 3-game series, right?
Mm-hmm.
3-game series. Unless the Padres do something terribly, terribly, terribly wrong, that should be a sweep series. Easy 3 games.
Yeah. They're still firing on all cylinders. The Padres, obviously,
Yeah.
they're second in the most competitive division. They're still. I mean, you pull up. I would love to show this to the camera, but I don't know if I can.
What?
You pull up the stats on MLB on the MLB app. It's just Tatis leading
Oh, yeah.
every statistical category. I bet
Mhm.
he has, like Bruce said, I think last week, elevated his game somehow to an upper echelon player of high caliber when it comes to batting.
Is he taking that ringworm medication again?
Yeah, yeah.
Could be it. Could be it.
Could.
He's batting at 319.
In all
And-
seriousness, though, he has elevated his game. My gosh. See, I should have gotten the coffee this morning. Should have. Oh well. He has elevated his game. He is playing on a different caliber right now. My only concern is how long is that caliber going to last before he
Right.
burns out. We see it all the time with players. They come in, they act like these big juggernauts for April, May, and the first half of June, and then by
Mhm.
the All-Star break, they're kapooped. Do I want to see that happen to Tatis? Yes, absolutely. Because if the Padres can
Dodgers
stay
fan, yes.
further back from the Dodgers as possible, I may be able to move from the edge of my seat back a little bit to like the middle of my seat, all right? But if you're a Padres fan, you obviously want this guy firing on all cylinders. My biggest aha moment, he's injury prone.
Right.
Very injury prone. He can make all these cool plays and stuff. He could do all this, but how long and how many games is it going to take for him to throw out that shoulder again before he's on the IL?
He's constantly had a pattern throughout his career where he starts off really hot and then he cools down and then right before the playoffs he gets hot again, and the playoffs he's
Cool down. Ice.
he's you can't even predict what's gonna happen in the playoffs. Sometimes he'll do good, sometimes he won't. It's just all up in the air once you get into the playoffs with Tatis. But I mean, he's doing good right now. If he can hold this up and get into a groove of playing at an elite level and get comfortable there, he's gonna be dangerous in the playoffs, and that's gonna be a big problem for everyone else.
Yeah.
Still, though, it's not just Tatis. Real quick, you know,
Right.
Gavin Sheets, Jackson Merrill. They have a
Yeah.
few good pieces out there in San Diego. So
Machado. Yeah, they have
Anytime you're up there with the Dodgers with your record, on
it
your
says
games,
something about you.
you're
it
doing
does.
something right.
So, yeah,
I
they got the
think
Rockies. Should be very interesting. Hopefully for the Padres, 3-game win.
It should be batting practice for them, but we'll see.
So that kind of scares me as a Dodgers fan because we're facing the Diamondbacks for the same 3 days. So we'll
Yeah.
see how that turns out.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Padres, if I'm looking at this correctly, are third in the NL overall.
Oh, okay.
The
Yep.
Mets are second overall, and then the Dodgers are first.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I believe the Mets are only a half game back from us. Or maybe no, they're a full game back.
Always with the money, Spider-Man.
And the Mets pitching staff is
Oh
going
yeah.
insane.
We'll talk about them after we finish with the Dodgers real quick. We'll talk about their game, their series against the Cubbies right now, because from what I'm looking at, that's the only interesting series going on
Mm.
outside. Everybody else is just kind of mid-facing each other. Dodgers updates. Injuries, obviously we know Edmund, Teoscar, entire pitching staff, everybody and their mom. Just everybody's dead. Yamamoto
had a very not so hot night last night.
Mhm.
But even though giving up a grand slam and a home run, you know what his ERA is? 180. It's still 1.80, folks.
Impressive.
Going into this game, he was a .9, right?
He was .90.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That is ridiculous.
And the crazy thing is, most pitchers would get rattled after having a grand slam knocked out of the park. You know what he did after? He struck him out back to back. And was just like,
Got us out of this inning. Just boom, boom.
Did he give up the home run before the grand slam or after?
it was after. He gave up the grand slam, made it 4-0,
Uh,
and then gave up the homer.
but not in the same inning.
They weren't in the same inning.
Gotcha.
They were in back-to-back innings. It was like 2 innings.
You-
Although
you
they
can
did
have
show
those
a
games.
stat, it was, I think, 2.08 run support is what the offense is giving when he starts.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So yeah, that brings me segue into my great point. Thank you, Kaylee. Pat on my back. Lack of offense. This team is just not being the offensive juggernaut it's supposed to be. I get that some of our key pieces are out, Teoscar, Edmund, but what about Mookie?
Yeah.
Mookie's been pretty good. Freddie's been on fire. Otani's been good.
He had a homer.
He had a
yesterday.
homer. He's heating up finally. Oh, Ivan's wearing his Otani jersey.
I was born in the right generation because I love the internet and Shohei Ohtani. Loved it. I love this guy.
Child. Anyways, so we got Will Smith in that lineup, but it's the back end of the lineup. Tell me, okay. Tell me right now. Why is Michael Conforto still in our lineup? Why? Brother, he's not getting anything done.
Nah, Dave Roberts needs to boot him out of there already.
Then they pulled up James Outman, and
Which is, yeah.
like his
Yeah,
name,
talk
he's
about
just
that.
getting out, man. All right?
I was going to mention him, but yeah.
He did hit a
You
home
beat- you
run.
beat me to him.
One home
Uh,
run.
He did.
A
yeah.
single home run.
That gives me just a sliver of hope that he can hit the ball. You know what I mean? Like, just one at a time. I'd rather give him a chance than Conforto
Yes.
right now.
No, Outman gets a chance, but I did want to just make the pun on his name that,
Yeah, that's true.
like
Nah,
his
I mean,
last thing
he's earned
says,
it.
he's
earned
just
it.
getting out, man. All right. Then Kike's been all right. Muncy got glasses, so he can finally see the ball. He was able to put something in play yesterday, and I was like, hallelujah. Whoever's not hitting the ball just needs to get glasses, because apparently that's the key.
Hi, Sun Kim.
Oh, yeah. Hyesung Kim played some outfield yesterday. I believe he
Not
also played
bad.
some shortstop.
Yeah.
He got moved around quite a bit.
There was a clip of Shohei telling Kim to run.
Yeah.
And he went all the way to third.
Yeah.
It was
He's speedy.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
that on the base path is dangerous.
It's needed.
It's scary. His best friend is James Outman. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was very, very wholesome, very cute. He said that James Outman tries to speak to him in Korean a lot. Like, a lot of their conversations are in Korean. And I was like, all right, James Outman, I wasn't familiar with your game, bruh.
There you go.
So, yeah, I mean, there's positives, but there's just a lot of negatives. But, like we've said, when the season started, we'd rather have the injuries now than in October.
Right.
True.
So, right now, we're relying heavily on Landon Yamamoto,
Jack Dreyer.
Jack
yesterday.
Dreyer. I was going to mention Jack Dreyer.
Dude.
Roki.
Yeah, Roki,
That's the-
Roki pitches today. Uh-huh.
I don't know who else is in our bullpen that's alive right now. I think
So many
Kasparius is on the IL.
Mhm.
Yikes, I don't know.
Real quick about Mookie.
Yep.
He's hitting 263, which is it's good,
That's average
but
for an MLB.
not for Mookie.
Yeah.
I would love to see him hitting over 300. That's the Mookie I know, so we got to get him up there. He's doing all right, but he needs to
Brandon's
be at the all-star
smiling
level.
over here.
I was gonna say, you guys are talking about like, oh, our roster like doesn't look good right now. I'm like, you guys still have superstars all over the place.
We
It's
do,
just
we do.
privilege,
It's just
man.
like a high level of
what is this?
expectation, you know?
You don't understand though. When you have when this team builds a team
funny.
like this, like a super juggernaut team, and then the superstars aren't playing to superstar caliber, and it's basically like the middleman on our rosters
not
that are
good enough.
producing. We're like,
You need
oh
to be the
my
best
gosh.
in the world or nothing at all.
You don't understand. $30 michelada, a $30 michelada I'm paying for it, and my team can't even win. Like,
It's like
Even
you
though
guys
we're
are
first in the
complaining
NL West.
You guys are complaining about Conforto now, man. I've had
Oh,
like 3 of
man.
them on the Giants for the last 5-10 years, like since the World Series runs.
We're not used to it, bro. We are privileged as Dodger fans. We take it
bro.
for granted for sure.
I will say, yeah, we do take it for granted.
I don't take it for granted, but I'm still gonna get mad when my team's doing bad. It don't matter if I have. It's like the Lakers when they got LeBron. Everybody's like, "You have Bron now," and I'm like, "That don't mean nothing. My team's still losing. He was supposed to be the savior. He ain't saving nothing right now." That's how I feel about this Dodgers team. They were supposed to just be whooping on teams right now, all right? They went in, they got pitching, they got some more hitters. They're supposed to be whooping on teams right now, not getting whooped by the power of friendship Diamondbacks. Like, what?
There's no way.
I think I said this last time too to Bruce. I was like, you guys know, you guys are a good team when they're complaining about 25 and 13. I'm like, we're struggling here to get there. You guys are doing it and struggling.
It's just frustrating. Like,
We
when
should be under
it's-
10 losses. That's what I'm going to say.
It should, yeah. I mean, apparently the expectation is that you guys are like at 8 losses right now.
the expectation should have been
crazy.
6 losses
With the,
Yeah,
with
we
the
should have been
amount
opposite of the Rockies. It should have been 31 and
in
6.
6. Yeah.
With
With the way we started, absolutely, we should not have.
It's like a 7-game, 8-game winning streak.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire.
We're 7 and 3 on the last 10 right now.
Yeah, we should not
Which
be
is
7
good.
and 3.
It's good, but I would love to see 10 and 0, you know. That's what I expect
We should
from my
be at
team.
least 9 and 1 or 8 and 2, not 7 and 3.
What games?
We're just struggling to keep up. I don't know how we're doing it, but we're there.
Hey man, the Giants are up there, bro.
I know,
They're
bro.
doing their thing right now, and nobody's seeing it. But once we get deep into the season and they're still doing it, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, we should have swept both series against the Braves and the Marlins, but we
Yeah.
lost 1 to each. So
Shouldn't have lost those, see?
And this,
And then we just lost one of
the
the Diamondbacks.
Cubs,
Shouldn't have
too.
lost that game. Shouldn't have.
I understand your point, though, Brennan. I do.
I'm
Yeah,
sympathetic.
I get it. 'Cause
I am sympathetic to your point.
this is why it helps to have like
We
an
just
outside
lost 3
view.
viewers, lol.
They're like, yeah, they finally figured it out.
And they said, "Oh, brother, get a load of these guys."
Brandon put them in their place.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
who's this
hilarious.
Giants fan? Get him out of here.
Who is this guy? Boo!
Tomatoes.
I know. All right.
Tomato.
It's time for our favorite part of the day, guys.
The last one.
Last one.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
crazy.
one guess.
One game.
One guess.
Also, I don't know if you guys are gonna do Immaculate Grid. Last time, Kayla, that you weren't here. Were you here? When
The last episode?
when I guessed Javi Baez?
No.
No, it was me.
For the
you,
stolen bags? What was it?
For the war, it was me, you,
Oh.
Bruce, and what was the 4th one in here?
Was it D-Rob?
Was D-Rob?
Oh, glorious.
thought it
was
was-
that a Giants logo? I
No,
see?
no, no.
Oh,
D-Rob-
glorious!
Oh.
We're great. We're
All
gonna
right.
be great.
So, do we want to do that or do we want to do pickle first?
We can go pickle first.
Let's
You
start
wanna go
pickle.
first?
Just
Okay.
a little
Okay,
faster.
so we're gonna do pickle first for our radio viewers. Who did we just talk about that we could throw on here?
Talked about Ben Consparius. We talked about
Mr. Willie Adamas went 2 for 4 yesterday.
All right, we
2
could
for 4
do
is actually
Willie.
Conforto.
last time you were on the show. You cracked me up. man.
Brandon, that was such a terrible
Oh,
pick.
There goes our one
It
pick.
was a terrible pick for us too.
He's AL, maybe USA born. Is it bats right?
He bats right, but throws
Throws
left.
That's right. Throws left.
And he is within 30, 31, or 28, 27. So he's a bit of a unk.
That's right.
So AL,
I just did a pickle the other day.
who's the old heads in the AL?
Old heads in the AL.
There was a guy that I picked and it was wrong, and he was 28. He was in the AL, and I was surprised that he was a switch. But I can't remember his name.
That's the throw part is hard.
Yeah.
The throwing
That's-
part's
he
the
throws
hard.
left.
Did anyone do
Throws
the
left is
pickle
really
like 2 days ago?
No, bro. Even if I did, I would not remember who I failed to guess correctly.
I know, but I remembered some of it because I was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he was a switch like that. but now I can't remember.
But is it a switch hitter?
No. He throws
Left, bats
yes,
right.
throws left, bats right.
Bruce, are you in the chat? He's probably not.
Or Bruce's dad.
We'll get it.
Papa
We'll get it.
Coons.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to
Papa
remember.
Koontz, are you there?
Does Aaron Judge Bat.
No.
right? Or
He does.
throws
He
right.
throws right.
goes right. Got it.
I
I'm thinking
mean,
like what are like just big market teams in the AL that we can just kind of eliminate.
I swear, if it's the AL Central,
Central?
I'm gonna
Oh,
scream.
Tigers.
What's
do
a
they have
team in the AL
Guardians?
Central? Just so we can clear it up.
Tigers, Guardians, Royals, Twins, and the Sox.
Does Riley Green, does he throw right? Oh no, but he bat. No, yeah, does he throw right?
He bats left, but we're gonna.
Oh,
It's in the AL Central,
it's
bro.
it's
It's the
here
AL
we go
Central.
again.
Detroit.
It's Detroit,
Detroit as well.
but it's the AL Central. I knew it. Okay. So someone on
dang.
Detroit, and
gotta be
it's
their
USA
DA.
born.
Is it their DH? Because if he's not an outfielder,
Who's their
he's
DH?
not an outfield or shortstop, but he could be a third baseman.
oh okay.
But no, that wouldn't make
But no,
sense.
but he throws left.
Yeah, he's a
So-
lefty. I don't think he'll be.
He might be a first baseman,
If anything, it'll be a first baseman.
Who's Detroit's first baseman? Or their DH?
or he's
well-
a pitcher.
Oh, he could be a pitcher.
Yeah, we
Could
haven't
be a
even
pitcher.
tried that yet.
He's either a first baseman. Isn't Torkelson their first baseman?
Yeah.
But he throws right.
Damn.
Casey Mize, he's their pitcher there.
Throws right. Oh, we need a left-handed pitcher.
Just
Yeah.
Their ace, Scooble. Does he throws right? I think. Not left.
Oh,
Who was
it was
Tariq
Scooble.
Oh,
Scooble.
It was
Wow.
Tariq. Oh my
Nice.
gosh. Low key, we
Good job.
cooked. We cooked. We
Three
were like,
guesses,
wait.
Brennan.
That
Very
was-
good.
that was
That was
quick.
good. That was
Very
good.
guys.
Okay, Brandon's favorite.
All right, I'm gonna have some funny names for this one.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Rein it in. Hang on. All right. Across the top, the Giants, the Reds, and played catcher minimum one game, and down the side is Philly, Seattle, and the Sox. Brandon,
Nate Sherholtz.
for Phillies?
Yeah. Sherholtz is a funny name to spell, by the way.
Is it that first one? Yeah.
Played during the World Series run.
Yes,
Yes.
that's him. 0.5.
Jeez
All right.
Louise.
What a good start.
Gene Machi.
He's just making up names,
He's
bro.
a-
These aren't
Is
even
it
real
that
players.
one?
That is not a real human, bro.
Okay, world. Okay.
It's J.
Oh, like jeans.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
There it is.
0.005%.
That's
Yo.
ridiculous.
Mr. Connor Gillespie.
Gillespie?
The Mets hero.
Gillespie.
I think there's multiple Gillespies.
No, there's only one. It's that one. 0.5%.
Wow.
The
He
greatest
did his
three-run
job.
we have seen.
He did his job. That's a
Wow.
three-peat if I've ever seen one. Look at that.
I'm weak, bro. Because
All of
you
them minus-
started calling out these guys, and I'm just getting flashbacks to the World Series run. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Was it Gene what?
Gene
Wow.
Machi.
Oh,
Gene
my
Machi,
lord.
yeah, I haven't heard that
Actually,
guy's
rest
name in a while.
peace. I think he passed away. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Brandon, don't be spreading misinformation.
No. I'm pretty sure. I know there was a pitcher recently for the Giants during that World Series run. That.
He's
Do we know-
still alive, bruh.
Oh, okay. I had it mixed up with someone else. My bad, Gene Machi. I love you.
Okay.
This
My
might-
bad, you're alive.
This might be far-fetched. Did Ichiro ever play catcher?
I don't-
Man.
I mean,
think
he
he was
was
a pitcher.
right, but
I don't think he ever played catcher.
okay.
I don't
Forget
think
it.
so.
White Sox played catcher. Obviously, my mind first goes to Yasmani Grandal,
Yeah.
but I feel like
that'll
that's
be a little
too.
high. Well, I
Does
don't
anybody
know.
really remember Yasmani
That's
Grandal?
what I'm
they
thinking.
I think of him in a Dodgers uniform.
Right.
Obviously, I don't think many.
As a player in general, I don't think he'll be high for that many categories, but specifically for this one,
We can put him in the
actually,
back
that might not
pocket.
be
We'll
bad.
put him in the back pocket for now. We'll hover up. English? Hover over that later. the Reds category.
All right.
Reds, Phillies. I'm pretty
Anyone
sure
like the Reds?
Sherholtz played for the Phillies and Reds. Come to think of it.
Gosh.
Phillies,
Who's a
Reds.
player that constantly switches into red uniforms?
Dog, I don't even know.
There's a
Pat Burrell. Did he play for both? I keep mentioning these World Series players.
I don't remember if Pat Burrell played for both.
I know he's-
How about Seattle and Reds? Who was a Seattle and a Red?
Seattle is one of those teams where I just can't name anybody from that team.
Did Joey Votto go anywhere after the Reds? Or did
Blue
he?
Jays.
Okay, he went to the Blue Jays.
Did Mike Cameron play for the Mariners and the Reds? Any moves here?
I don't remember.
Just
That's
go
the
with the
thing.
history.
Okay, White Sox and Reds,
White
maybe.
Sox and Reds. I feel like there's a pitcher for that one.
There's gotta be.
Sox and Reds.
Anybody in the chat want to help out?
Played catcher one game.
Catcher one might be a little easier if we want to
Yeah.
go that route. Catcher for the Phillies. That's not.
Did Schwarber ever play catcher for the Phillies?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think so. I think when he got there, he was pretty much either an outfielder or DH at that point.
Okay.
What?
Stupid.
Why are we doing mock trades?
That would never happen, bro.
Yeah, that's what they said about Luca, and look what happened.
Not with this one.
Keep doing the mock trades.
Two picks. Last time we were doing this, we were talking about Javi Baez for some reason. Bruce and I, Prado, I believe it was maybe D-Rob. It was four of us in the studio, and I was sitting right here. Bruce was over there. And there was a category for, on the left side, Cubs, and on the right side, it was War of 3. And I was like, oh, we were just talking about Javi Baez. Yeah, put it Javi Baez. His highest WAR in his career was a 2.9.
Mhm.
I
We
sold the grid.
grid.
That was the first time I tried to have my input in months, and I sold it, dude. So I'm not gonna have my input this time because
We need it though.
I can sell.
The middle one is too obvious, but it's Ken Griffey.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's
I mean, do we want to complete it or go for a low score?
You complete.
I feel
I
like we
think we
gotta
gotta
complete it
complete it.
because
On
it's
the
the
last- on the
finale.
last-
Yeah. Last one, we just got it. I mean, Brandon is going to put our score really low because of those first three.
Yeah.
So that came in
Ken
clutch.
Griffey.
Senior or junior?
Junior.
Yeah, that's right. At 33%, I'm gonna go Yasmani. Oh,
We're gonna
duh.
throw back, AJ Pierzynski.
Oh, he was only 9%. Which one?
That's not bad.
No, for the White Sox.
Oh. 9% isn't that bad. I thought he'd be a lot higher.
Anything under 10, pretty
Anything?
solid.
Who was AJ? What?
AJ Pierzynski. He played for the Giants as well.
Catcher minimum game for the Phillies.
Who's a
Remuto's
random
too
catcher
high.
that played for the Phillies.
Who came before Remuto? Anybody remember?
That's what I'm trying to.
It's so hard when you get a star player in a position, then you just forget whoever else was in that position.
Yeah.
Ken, White Sox and Reds. I don't know.
Ivan Rodriguez played on the Phillies.
He's on every team.
That's true. I was gonna say, is he old enough that? he
Yeah.
can-
I think that's a solid pick.
For
Oh, for the catcher one.
For the
But
Mm.
catcher.
yeah. If not, we can go more.
catcher
obvious.
Phillies for who?
Ivan
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Ivan, you played? The 91 to 2011, right?
That was about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get one.
You sold it. You sold
I
it.
sold it. I thought he played for the Phillies.
We lost a viewer, guys. Dang, that's crazy.
Dude, he played for like 30,000 teams.
See, that's what I hate is when a player plays to so many teams, you immediately think, oh, he probably played. Like, the uniforms get blurred.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, true.
Chris Paul.
Phillies Reds now.
Alright, I'm just putting
Oh, no.
28%. We just got to finish
We
this
should
bad
have
boy.
done
Tom
that
Murphy.
that
um,
batting game
For
with
what
the
one?
shadow
The
and it shows
Mariners
the
catcher, or not
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Murphy.
put us on
It
there?
was Bruce and Brandon.
That game with the they show you the swing.
Oh, the swing, yeah.
What's that called? We're gonna
Batter up.
we're gonna
I
They
switch
should do a
gears
fielding
here.
one too.
I would not.
Oh, what?
They should do a fielding one too.
They have that would be a good one. Yeah, they have a pitcher one, but that's way
No.
too hard for me.
No. Come on.
I'm gonna let these guys in real quick.
Oh,
Okay, he's left-handed. Is that Ellie? No.
Oh my gosh, who
Very
is that?
upright bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
It's
upright,
super
yeah.
low too. He has like a almost like a fully extended swing.
Who is
Instead of
that? Oh my gosh.
It reminds me of Corey Seager, but as a righty.
Yeah.
When I see him run, it reminds me of the Giants catcher. All of a sudden, I don't know why I blinked out his name. Why am I blinking?
Buster
out?
Posey.
No.
Buster Posey
our
is
current
currently
catcher.
not playing.
That guy owns the Giants now.
Why did I blank out on our catcher's name? Who's our catcher? Do you know? He's a switch hitter.
Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. I see
why
his
did
face. I
blank
can't.
Exactly. I'm like looking at his face right now, but
Who are you? Who is
Like-
this,
who's
bro?
our catcher again for the Giants? I totally forgot his name. Yeah, I'm forgetting my team's catcher's name.
Bro, I can't even remember.
All of a sudden.
I don't think it's cheating if you look up the catcher's name.
True,
If you
true.
already have, like,
You're already thinking of it.
his
That's
guess.
not Edmund, is it? No, it's
I'm
too.
gonna try it so we can like.
Patrick Bailey. Why couldn't I think of his name?
Oh yeah, we could. You want to try Patrick Bailey?
I mean, I don't think it is, but I don't know. Kind of reminds me of his swing a little bit.
He
We got
was
USA, right?
born in the USA.
Go Edmund.
So he's in the.
Oh wait, no,
It's
no, no,
not
no,
in
no,
the
no,
NL
AL
West.
Yeah. So now he's in the AL because it works a little different than pickle. So
Yeah.
he's in the AL. That's a weird swing.
The question is that a home run swing, or is that like a double?
That's a double. There's no way that ball's going yard.
It doesn't look like he's running that fast, and he kind of watches it for a second too.
That long swing is just like
Yeah.
Julio Rodriguez.
And
but
he
it's
like
definitely not.
yanks it all the way back
Right.
too. I feel like it's a younger player, big hitter.
How old is Patrick Bailey?
25.
25. Okay, so
So he's not that young.
yeah,
He's probably around the age of like 28, maybe.
probably 28. Yeah. They always give us like AL Central players too.
Does Arenado swing like that?
No, Arenado has a.
This is 22S Radio, 88.1 FM, HD3, KKJZ, Long
he's like
Beach, Los
legacy or
Angeles,
something.
streaming at
I don't know who
22smedia.com.
this guy- it's probably AO Central.
It's probably AL Central. We went Riley Green before. You want to go?
Yeah, why not? It kind of looks like. Really? Okay.
So okay.
So
he's
it's
in
not
A.
the Central. So it's either west, east.
It's in the West.
This is a home run swing.
There's no way that's a home run swing.
His head is looking at the ball the entire time that he gets off the screen. And his first two
But that
steps,
doesn't mean
he doesn't
he
even.
could think it's a home run, but it's just a long double.
So who hits a lot
I
of
mean-
homers? Who hits a lot of homers?
It could. I don't think it's a home run.
I
That's the
think it
thing.
is.
Brent Rooker.
Because when you know it's
Yankees.
dropping, you put your head down immediately and you just start running. When it's a home
Not
run,
unless it goes and bounces off the wall.
okay, it's still a big hit. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like
It's not a single.
it's a power hitter. I think it's not a
Do we
slapper
go Brent
like
Rooker
in the gap.
then?
Oh,
Try, yeah. Running low on time. Getting closer.
Okay,
in the
so it's the
East.
AL East.
AL East.
Brett Rooker's 30? Oh my gosh,
He's 30.
I didn't know that.
AL East. All right.
AL East, it's not a catcher, it's not a left fielder, and it's not a DH.
We even get an infielder, so let's get an infielder if we can get that out of the way.
Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Rays, and Orioles.
This is
Gunner.
oh no, Voltby's too young. Gunner's too young.
Yeah, you're right.
And Gunner's a lefty as well.
Yeah.
Is it DJ?
LeMahieu? Isn't he a
Wouldn't it be?
lefty?
Isn't he a lefty?
How old is Bregman?
He's a righty.
Is he?
Think so.
Is Bregman USA? It's USA, right?
Yeah.
How old is Bregman?
Oh, Bregman, he has the bat like that too.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Damn. That I cooked.
It's a third baseman. It's a third baseman.
okay.
Okay, Yankees third baseman, Orioles third baseman.
Orioles is a young team. I don't think it's the
Yeah,
Orioles.
you-
It would have to,
DJ LeMahieu bats right.
but he's not a third baseman.
Second baseman, third baseman, and first baseman. That's what he's listed as.
Yeah, but is he currently playing third base?
Who's the
I
current
don't know
third
about that
Who's
baseman?
the current third baseman for the Yankees?
Then where would DJ play? Is he at second right now?
Is it
He was playing the second before, but now it would be
No.
Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz is playing. I think he's a DH now, honestly.
You think so? How many picks we got? 2?
Too.
Do you want to go?
Have we eliminated the Yankees at all?
No.
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 All right, we'll do it.
It's up to you.
cooking?
Let's see. It was a home run.
He's cooking.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's cooking.
Come on.
That's a home run pitch. Or home run.
It was a
swing.
home run. I didn't think it was a home run. It didn't look like that. To
Because
be
he
honest.
watches it and then he doesn't put his head down and like sprint. He
Yeah,
kind of just
but
like.
nowadays in the MLB, everybody's watching the pitch.
It's a good way to end off our
DJ.
season.
That was a great way to end off. DJ LeMahieu is, I guess, the current third baseman for,
Now he is.
I guess.
Ain't moving from there.
I don't know. Well, this has been Around the Bases. It has been a pleasure all season and semester, year, whatever you want to call it, long, to sit on the air with you folks and talk baseball. We will catch you back in the fall with the Fall Classic. Should be up and running by then, or
Yeah.
it's probably should be the back end of the
Back end of
season, turning into playoffs. It has been Kaylee Gallagher, Brandon Rodriguez, Ivan Rodriguez, and Alex Parado here on Around the Bases. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. Next is Footy Fridays.